Hey, what's up, guys? We'll see 69 here back at you, and welcome to the channel. So I know it's been a few weeks since I last posted. Just trying to get some maintenance and stuff done on the other vehicles. Had to change oil on my wife's car. Had to change oil on my truck, Max, the old first-gen Chevy. And then, well, my daughter called me up last week saying that she's got some grinding going on in her car. She's actually got a 1997 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. It's that guy right over there. But anyway, it ended up being the rear brakes. I kind of figured it was because that's the one thing I didn't fix yet. And I actually bought them several years ago. I think she was a sophomore. Yeah, she was a junior in high school. She's a senior in college now. So they just kind of been in the basement collecting dust and everything. But she drove up this weekend to drop the car off for me, and I got to looking at it and everything. It turned out the caliper on it ended up being bad, so I didn't have that. So I actually had to order that off Amazon. Got lucky, found one for 37 bucks, because all the auto parts stores, they're like $90, $70 to $90, and then you got like a $30 core charge, so well over 100 bucks. So we got lucky there. Actually ended up checking on it again on Amazon, and the price jumped up like 30 more bucks after I bought mine. So it's kind of cool. I ended up getting one at a decent price. But these things are a little special, and this is kind of why I wanted to do the video and kind of show you guys. These calipers here, the rear disc, she's got a Z34 Monte Carlo, so it's got the rear disc in the back. But they're a little special. They got the parking brake, or the emergency brake, whatever you want to call it, kind of incorporated in the caliper here. So they're real kind of a pain in the butt to break loose. And the reason why I say that, the piston here, and I actually got it loose, but it was just like frozen in there solid. Whatever I tried, you can see where I got some gnaw marks here from trying to use the channel locks on it. I just couldn't break it free to save my life. I actually had to dig out this part right here. There's a seal in here and a little retaining clip. I think it's yeah, it's right there, that you kind of got to get out there. And I just kind of soaked it with some of this stuff, this old liquor wrench. It's good stuff, by the way. Anyway, I actually got it broke free. If you're running into a problem, you can't get this to go back in, it's because it's threaded. And I'll just kind of show you here. Yeah, it's got like the little shaft in here, and that's for the emergency brake. So if you're back there and you're trying to get your pads on and you can't get this piston in, it's because you got to actually turn it. Now the Haynes manual, this guy right here, tells you to use some like needle nose pliers to kind of screw it in, but it doesn't say how far you got to screw it in, and I couldn't turn it to save my life anyway until I dug it all apart and everything. You actually got to keep screwing it all the way in till it's flush, and it just screws in, just like a regular nut or bolt, righty tighty, lefty loosey, so just kind of screw it clockwise. Now you gotta, when you put your pads on, I think here, yeah, I got these pads, you got to be careful because these pads, they actually got like a little notch in it right there, so you got to have it just like that, straight up and down, so that notch on the pad fits in that guy right there. It's kind of, well, I got it upside down, but yeah, you want it to fit in there like that. You can see these pads are just toast. The other side wasn't that bad. They actually still had some meat left on them right there, but this caliper is just kind of hanging up on her, just kind of toasted these pads really bad. That's okay, we'll get her all fixed. But yeah, so if you're having trouble, if you're trying to use one of those and actually, I tried to do it with it, one of these guys. I was sitting there, I was like, man, this thing ain't going nowhere. And it's because it's actually got a screw in. Now, the Haynes manual, it tells you, to turn it. But like I said, it doesn't tell you how many turn. I just figured, you turn it in like that. Because it tells you to move it until these divots are like flush with or kind of parallel with these bolts. So it's not very good instructions if you're using the Haynes manual. So yeah, you actually just got to turn it in all the way till it's like that, nice and nice and flush with the body here. So yeah, if you're doing rear brakes on one of these cars, yeah, you're gonna have to screw that piston in. So if you're having any kind of trouble, I'm assuming there's people out there that are having trouble, because I actually looked on YouTube myself and I didn't find anything on how to get that piston in. So I think these cars, see the book here says 1995 to 2005, Lumina, Monte Carlo, and Impala. I want to say, I think the Buick Regal also is like that, because when I bought the new caliper from Amazon, it actually said Buick Regal on it as well as Monte Carlo. So if you got one of those cars and you're having trouble with rear disc, yes, you got to screw that piston all the way in. It says use a spanner wrench. I don't have a spanner wrench handy, so I just kind of put the needle nose pliers in there and use a screwdriver to kind of turn it real good until it went all the way in. Oh yeah, so I'm currently waiting on that. Should arrive here on Tuesday, and I should have her car kind of up and running. Actually ended up having to put new wheel studs on it as well. Now you can see here I got the other side all done. Just doing a little gravity bleed on it real quick. But yeah, it came out pretty nice on the other side. Didn't have to buy a new caliper or anything like that. Went in really good. I did buy some new bushings, or brake hardware, whatever you want to call it. Had the new little rubber protector things for the slide bolts and everything. But yeah, put a new rotor on there. I actually got those rotors for like 10 bucks a piece. I think maybe I got those from Summit Racing, or maybe I got them from Amazon. I know the pads I ended up getting from Summit. I think I paid 10 bucks for those. And then the rotors, like I said, they either came from Summit or they came from Amazon, but I think I got them for like 10 bucks a pop. They weren't very expensive. I pretty much stopped buying brakes from the big box stores, because, you know, you end up spending like, you know, 30, 40 bucks, you know, sometimes they're a little cheaper, but, you know, they always try to sell you the lifetime warranty, and it's a limited lifetime warranty. They'll like I've gone to one of them before and handed my pads and told them, was like, hey, you know, these pads just kind of wore out on me. And like, well, we don't warranty if they're worn out, you know, we only warranty if they're defective, you know. So yeah, I just kind of stopped buying those lifetime warranty pads, just started going to Amazon or Summit Racing. Summit Racing's really good on prices. The thing about them is you got to pay for shipping. Yeah, they'll nail you on the shipping every time. Like, you got to buy $100 in order to get free shipping, and their shipping's not nearly as fast as Amazon is. But I do like buying auto parts from them guys, because I've always had really good service with them. I actually had to put some new studs on there for her also. These studs are just kind of like all rusted and rotted right there. So yeah, but I got new studs all put in there for her and everything. So she should be good to go after we get that other caliper on there. I do have to change oil on it. And I do have to, I think I got to lube up all the ball joints and stuff. I haven't done that in a while on that car. So yeah, that should be just about it for this video, guys. I just kind of wanted to help someone out in case someone's ran into the same problem I did. They can't get that thing back in the caliper. You do have to turn it. So that should be it for this video, guys. And until next time, we'll see you.